right, kids. Whoa, sorry about the wobbly old wobbler there. Oh, the dog has been activated. Oh, bless you, doggy. Oh, let's do a live. Oh, bless you, doggy. Oh, bless you, doggy. I can't get any liver than that? Come on. Reboot. Reboot. That's closer. Delayed liveness. Reboot. That's closer. All right. Well, unfortunately, I had to start coffee early because I had to clean the kitchen a little bit in order to give the illusion that the kitchen was clean. See how that works? It's all about illusions. All right, I'm not 100% awake here, but we're going to go for it anyways. I guess the stream. We're still good? That's the 10 o'clock chime. You have to have a chime at 10 o'clock to let you know. Saturday morning. Anyways, yeah. Let's make some breakfast here. Getting down to the end of the rations. It's 2 slices and a heel. And a heel. Both fresh, trust me, those are fresh heels. We're gonna have some of those. We got a half a slab of bacon. Check out these rations over here. What do we got? We're down to half a tub of chicken's eggs. I may or may not have more chicken's eggs. I may or may not have more bacon. I may or may not have more bread. But what I don't have more of is this delicious cantaloupe. We're gonna have some of that right now. So the dog's mean mugging me right now. Behind the light. Berta, you want breakfast? You want me to fix you a plate? Yeah, let's make the dog some breakfast. Letting this pan heat up. Why not? Something to do. Dog likes to eat too, doesn't she? If I was a dog, I'd want breakfast. Wouldn't you? I sure would. So we got some pretty interesting stories. Actually, I don't know where to start on the stories. I took the stumps out of my front yard the other day. That was interesting. The first stump they took out was the small stump. And apparently, the guy operating the excavator was told to remove the stump. And I'm not sure if in Spanish there's a different word for stump and like stump plus root ball. Because what he did was he removed the stump. He just took the excavator and just started pounding like that. Boom, 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 and ripping it, and he just took it down to the ground. And I'm not sure if you heard me complain about the shaking of my house every time the excavator goes down. So anyways, let me grab the dog's food here real quick. One second. So after the quote-unquote removal of the first stump, I took it upon myself because if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it. And this is also based on the conversations I had with the people that are in charge of telling me what's going on. I was told the stumps and the root balls would be removed. That's what they told me. This isn't my opinion, what I think should happen, or how I feel the world should work. They said, we're going to take all that out, don't worry, no big deal, it'll be amazing, it'll all be gone. So they told me there's gonna be a temporary road through my front yard. That's fine. I'm a team player. So if you rewind the clock a little bit to where the temporary road went in and they didn't take my stumps out, I asked. I was under the impression, that's what you told me. Oh, don't worry, sir. We're gonna get those eventually. You'll be fine. We'll get all that torn out. Although one guy was like trying to accuse me of cutting my own trees down and trying to get them to take the stumps out. Anyways, fast forward to this week and it's stump removal time. The guy takes it down to the grade level, and I'm like, well, I don't think that's exactly right. Maybe he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing, since like the effort put in to smashing this tree down to the level was probably more effort than if they would have just torn it out. Those machines are so big, they can just dig on either side, dig around, and just pull it right out. And don't worry, I videotaped it all, so in the future you will see all this happen. So I went out and talked to the guy, the in charge guy. Went down, I was like, hey dude, like, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but I guess I have to. You're supposed to take the root ball out too. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, well, because like when the dude smashing that tree, I was shaking the living crap out of my house. Can you just dig it out? And this is, I'm not making this up. The guy in charge said, why don't you tell him that? So the guy in charge told me to tell his subordinate to stop fucking up the job. And I'm like, seriously? Like, dude, I'm not going to tell your employees what to do. Like, you're in charge. I'm telling you. Dig the trees out like you're supposed to. Don't just see if you can knock my house over by vibrating it to death. Like, this isn't complicated, dude. I'm not asking for you to spend $100,000 in labor. It's like, it's spend 4 minutes digging it out or spend 4 minutes shaking it out. You know what I mean? Just do it. So the second tree, they tore it out correctly. That's pretty nice. So us, yay! Little communication. We got it taken care of. Team us, right? Anyways, the guy that was operating the machine, I didn't really recognize him. He is of the Spanish-speaking heritage, if that makes any sense. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I gotta say that. Well, fast forward to yesterday, and this is where it gets good. Totally different related thing. Yesterday they were like putting a water line in down the middle of my driveway for the neighbors. This is just chicken. And I'm making this up. They're discussing how to do it because it's kind of convoluted. Because like it's just, trust me, it's convoluted. So the crew of people working on the job site is not quite a 50-50 mix of I speak English at home and I speak Spanish at home. And the I speak Spanish at home is got there's more of them. Guy in charge speaks English. There's a couple old guys that speak English. There's one younger guy that speaks English. And there's not always the same guys working down there, but there's like a pretty consistent crew. And there's more I speak Spanish, way better than English. I think there might be even one down there like, he probably said he spoke English on the application, but I don't think he does. I talked to the dude, and he was like, all he could say was, I'm new here, and I don't know. Which I could probably say in Spanish if I really practice. So anyways, they're trying to figure out this little, how to hook the water line up. And like I'm letting my dog out in the morning, and like they're like basically standing literally in my driveway, which is not that far away from where I'm standing. So like I can hear your conversation. I can hear my neighbors' conversations across my driveway, across the first street, across the creek, across the second street in their yard. I can hear those conversations. It has to do with I think people think I'm crazy, but like the angle of my front yard is at a perfect angle that amplifies waves. When I say waves, I'm talking about sound waves, shock waves, any type of wave. That angle amplifies it. Because I can, when you talk, it bounces off my yard and it just shoots right in my ear hole. Like, it's crazy. And those guys drive those machines. It amplifies the waveform. It just, I don't know. Anyways, I'm not a wave expert. So these guys start talking, and the one guy, and I won't say white guy, but the English-speaking guy, he's like, Javier, speak English. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, they're trying to figure it out. Like, it's like a group of men solving a riddle. And one of the guys is solving the riddle in a language that like 3 of the 4 don't understand. And Javier didn't appreciate that at all and just snapped. And like within moments, the fuck yous are coming out, and it gets crazy. Like I was like, "Ooh, there's gonna be a fight." I thought they were gonna fight, like straight up fist fight. And the boss dude's standing right there. And at one point, the one dude that speaks English turns to his boss, is like, "You gonna let him talk to me like that?" And the boss dude did nothing. The dude just sat there. I don't know if he was shitting his pants or what he was doing, but he didn't boss it up. Like that dude should have squashed that shit fucking instantly. Let's let the dog lick the spoon. Whoops, careful. That's a pretty good spoon. Okay. We'll just toss that over there. One breakfast plate coming up. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, enjoy, baby. You're free. Eat your breakfast. Oh, you're that impressed with it? It's that good? Sorry about the trash in the bag there. I went shopping the other day and they bagged my stuff up in a trash bag. So anyways, Boss Man didn't do anything to stop this confrontation, which was like, whatever. I mean, I've been on a job site, I've seen some fights or whatever, but like, I don't have fights like that on the job site in someone's fucking driveway. Anywho's, or speaking which language we're going to speak. Anyways, the one dude's like, fuck this then. You know, like, I'm not going to put up with this shit. Like I'm pretty sure it's an English-speaking job site. Anyways, not that that's a big deal. But, you know, I kind of felt for the guy because, like, if you're trying to figure something out and, you know, the application and all the blueprints are all in English, you probably ought to speak in English. You know, if you go to Mexico, you probably ought to speak Spanish, and the blueprints are going to be in Spanish. You know, that's pretty standard. Or if you go to you know, Russia, they're going to speak Russian. Or if you go to Germany, they're going to speak German. You know, not a big deal. It's just kind of how the world works. So, anyways, the guy quit. He straight quit the job right there. He's like, I'm done with this job, and he like walks off. And I don't know if Boss Man there like started feeling outnumbered or whatever, so he like called the dude, like, dude, come back. Like, you can come back now. Just turn around, come back. You won't be in any trouble. You'll be fine. No big deal. Just gotta calm down. And like now the Boss Man's like animated now. Like I've talked to this guy a bunch of times, and I've never heard him like, his tone is very mono, like nah 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 nah. He's like very mono, and like he was animated at that point. I don't know if he realized how shitty the situation had got, and how bad that is when one of your employees quits because we're not all speaking English here. It's just like, holy shit. Like, I'm not even involved with this thing other than I just have to be like, you know, it's all in my front yard, you know. I almost yelled something, but I thought, oh, I'm going to stay quiet because they didn't know I was there. That's the funny part. They have no idea that I saw the whole thing and watched the whole thing happen. But, so that was good times. Pretty exciting. Bert, are you swallowing that or are you going to chew any of it? Good girl. All right, that's enough dog cam. Yeah, sorry. Plastic bag there. Must be nice to be perfect. I'm not perfect. So that's another, we'll talk about that here in a second. That plastic bag is a whole other story. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting times for me. So, a bunch of other crazy shit. I can't even remember it all. Like, I talked to the dude about, he's like, yeah, we're going to be putting the water line through your front yard. Or through your driveway, you might have access problems leaving. And I talked to the guy, I was like, well, you know, I could probably just stay home. No big deal. Last thing I talked to the guy was, he's like, well, Tuesday. I think I said Wednesday I've got to go someplace. I have an appointment. He's like, well, Tuesday night, come down and talk to us, and we'll sort it out. Okay. Yesterday was Friday, and I should definitely clarify. I could definitely leave if I wanted to. But if you think of my driveway, let's get the. If this is where my driveway was, we'll put the fork on the edge of the driveway. And this is where my grass was, and this is where my tree stumps was. That's where I drove. I drove right along the edge of where my hill comes down and is chopped down in now with those tree stumps removed because the water line was right here. So note to self, there's a water main in the middle of my driveway. But to be fair, when I say my driveway, I'm talking about the part of the earth that I drive on to leave my house after I cross my property pins, that I maintain, I shovel, I everything. Only me. If you park there and I call the cops and say, hey, there's an illegally parked car, they say, tough shit, that's your driveway. Like, that's the part I'm talking about. That's all happened. So I call it my driveway. Anyways. Yeah, other than that, it's going real good. I mean, the culvert project is, I mean, after watching the series, the culvert's in, it's backfilled. They've already got the first manhole in, they got storm sewer in. I think they started hooking up sanitary sewer on one side. Water lane's being connected out. They're working right now. There's a pile of gravel taller than my old house. And about, I don't know, 100 and something feet long. It's crazy. I'm going to try to get a video of that today. The problem I'm starting to run into is the sun is going down earlier and earlier. And these guys don't work till 7. They work past 7. So essentially, they are working past sunset. And I can't get a video. Like, I can't go down there and like videotape it after sunset because you ain't going to see anything. So like a lot of my videos recently just me standing in my yard, which is kind of shitty because all the trees. I mean, today is Saturday. I will try to go down there during the day because like they don't work late on Saturday and Sunday. There's a really cool machine out there. Right, I'd like to get it videotaped. They may be moving it today, which would be a shame. I haven't got a video of it. It's like some sort of giant ass. I don't know what it is. I literally, it's like the machine that smooths the gravel down before the concrete comes in. It's got a big conveyor belt on it. I mean, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Whatever. Let's cook some bacon. This is a half a slab of U.S. bacon. It's got no of whatever that was, and it's thigh bah. This is what freaks me out. Serving size: 1 pan fried slice. 1 slice of bacon is a serving? Like, what goddamn world are we living in? So it says this is cut in half. 2 pieces is a serving. I don't know what's happening. That doesn't make any sense. How can that literally be a serving? I don't understand. Help me understand. Yeah, that's frozen. I gotta wash my hands. Hold on. Got some raw bacon fingers going. Ooh, my bacon fork's still dirty from like 2 weeks ago. God damn it. Actually, that's 3 weeks ago. Fiddlesticks. We're back. All right. We're going to do the solid bacon plate. God damn it, what is happening? I'm going to try to film it in a way that it looks good from, like, I'm trying to do less of this. I'm trying to avoid that. So I guess I'm going to do a lot of left-handed cooking. So anyways, frozen bacon. We're on a pretty low temp here, a 2.5, which is, you know, a 2.5. We're going to start peeling off thawed sections, putting them there. Get rid of that. Oh, time to do dishes, kids. We're down to the Christmas plates. Holy shit. That's crazy. I make Christmas plates. You know you haven't done your dishes lately when you're down to Christmas plates. That's all I got to say. Okay, we'll cover that up. So we're just trying to thaw a few pieces. There I go again. I'm supposed to be doing it left-handed for the angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to start peeling them frozen guys off and putting them on the old reserve plate here. The bacon reserve plate. And then we'll cook in the cook plate and then take cooked bacon and put on the drain plate. See? I don't ever want people to be confused as to what I'm doing. People are like, Elveshelves, what are you doing? It's like, well, what I'm doing, see, this guy's ready to come off. So we'll just put him over here in the, it's the section that came off. You know, it's important. I'm not making this up. I mean, I might be making it up. So the last time I cooked bacon, I put bacon grease on the dog's food, and she ate every. Literally spitting. She was spitting kibble chunks out on the floor that didn't have bacon grease on them. And then there was like a lot of anger for a few days, like because there was no more bacon grease put on the dog food, and so she was like, kind of looking at me like, dude, what in the actual holy shit is wrong with you? Put that bacon grease on there, you know? Like that's. I don't have. Oh, I'm doing it again. I don't have telepathy to actually know exactly what my dog's thinking, but like, that's a pretty accurate assessment of what she was thinking. I'm pretty sure, just based on her, mannerisms. Okay. Next topic. What me talk about next? Well, talk about this. I went to physical therapy the other day, and like, I don't know, maybe I was like letting them think that I'm like a little more better than I am or something. But man, they put me through something, and like, it's Saturday. I went so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days in. My arm's still so jacked up. Like, ooh, I don't know. I know what it was. They gave me a 5 pound weight and had me do this. And I was like, dude, that's heavy. I choked up on it, but like, dude, it jacked my shit so bad. I'm gonna have to talk to him. I was like, that's way too much weight. I thought it was a little strange because like they keep increasing that weight, even though, even though every time I do it with the weight, I can't do it at full. Like, so it's just a big metal bar. I can't do it at full length, so I'm choking up on it. Then they're increasing my weight. And in my mind, I'm thinking, wouldn't it make more sense to like get me to the point where I can do the weight without having to choke up rather than increasing? But like, yeah, it was pretty detrimental. Like yesterday morning when I woke up, so it's like that move. Oh god, that's killing me right there. I haven't had pain like that in months. I mean, maybe that's what they say: no pain, no gain. I mean, it's not like all kind of call 911. I don't think I'm going to make it pain. It's just activated something in there. We definitely stretched something out. I don't know what it was, but something got stretched. Ooh, we're getting close to bacon cooking time here, kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can cook. I think 7 fits, doesn't it? No, 6 fits. Oh, they're coming up nice. Come on, Lefty. Let's flip it. That guy's ready to come off. Fiddle farts! Oh, man. It'd be so much easier to do it right-handed, but the angle on the camera, plus my pathetic forearm, kind of hurts a little bit. You don't want to hear me crying. Yeah, got him. Oh, this should just get in your home, bacon. Just that last little guy there. Come on, Lefty. I just did a complete flip. I need a bacon fork. What I need to do is do my dishes. Or actually, what I need to do is make some serious decision about my utensils with like wooden handles. Because I don't know if that's the kind of life I should be living, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm a wooden handle kind of guy. Because right now, when I look over at my dirty dishes pile, everything that's sitting there ready to be cleaned is, or not cleaned, is stuff with wooden handles. And I got enough common sense to know you don't put wooden handles in the dishwasher. Well, you can if you want to. I wouldn't do it. Your wooden handles aren't going to get better, more impressive, running them through the dishwasher. I can tell you that right now. And I'm not saying, well, actually, maybe I am saying, all my stuff is, I mean, it's a tough one. So, like, at some point in the history of mankind, we got to the point where it's like, hey, you know what we should do? We should just make everything out of plastic, and it'll just be all this plastic, shitty plastic. So like this, for example, a frosting spreader or a spatula, if you will. You know, this is Made of Honor brand, stainless steel, made in the USA, wooden handle. Now this is probably really old, and I love this thing. I just can't put it in the dishwasher, so I have to hand wash it. You know, this thing here, I don't think that's wood, but like it's got a crack in it, and like stainless steel, Eco Forge USA, crooked stamp, off stamp, worth more when the stamp is crooked. Like I probably ought to wash that by hand because it's probably been through the dishwasher so many times. That's why it's cracked. You know what I mean? It's just like, whatever. I don't do good with hand washing. And that's probably a fault of my own. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Room for improvement. All right, what's the next thing? So we talked about the fight. We talked about a little recap on the old construction. Tree stumps. Talked about that. That's still kind of crazy. So I went down actually to thank the guy in charge. I was like, hey man, I wanted to say I appreciate you like stepping in and letting the guy know he needs to tear the goddamn stump out. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, the second stump was so big it barely fit an 18-wheeler. It was crazy. A payloader, a full-size payloader couldn't pick it up. It is a monster. And like that video was amazing when he pulls that thing out. And the guy, and I was like, you gonna come back? And I was talking to him, thanking him. I was like, you gonna come back in and finish up your job and tear the root ball out of the other one? He's like, oh no, we're done. I was like, but you saw the size of the root ball that came out with the other stump. He's like, yeah. I was like, there's going to be a similar root ball with the other one. He's like, no, the other one was way smaller. So I got a copy of the blueprints, took photos of it. The one they took out was a 32-inch tree. The other one was a 24. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 38, 31, so like a little bit smaller, yeah. They didn't do it. He's like, oh, he came back in and he dug out. Well, yeah, I watched him after the guy talked to him. He came back in and he dug down about 6 more inches and pulled some more stuff out. And was like, you know what? We're talking on a level that I'm not able to meet you at. Sorry. No hablo fucktardo is the theme of the day. That's why I use that coffee cup today. I felt, though, it was very appropriate to the current storytelling. So, yeah. Whatever. No big deal, dude. No big deal. Just relax, man. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. No big deal. All right, on to the next thing. Dog is standing here looking at me smelling bacon. Bacon's cooking, dog. We are currently cooking the bacon. You can't have bacon until it's cooked. All right, next thing, major news. This is actually news for the channel. Good stuff. I have relocated a source for my unboxing videos. I used to go to the local store in town. I believe it was called Use Shit for Cheap. I can't remember what it was called. Anyways, it's where I used to buy all my crap for 50 cents. That store closed, which still baffles me. I mean, it just baffles me. Because I know how much, like, I talked to people who like, knew how much money that guy was making, and it was just like, dude, really? You closed that store? But I suppose like anything else in life, it just gets too hectic, and you just say, screw it, I'm out. I've made enough, or whatever. So anyways, there's a new version of that store in town. Similar business model, just a little bit differently done. This one does like, actually I don't really know exactly how they do it. I think their first day is $7. Then it goes to $6. Then it goes to like $5. And then it like skips down to like $3 or something weird, because like it isn't $1 per day. I do know that, because there ain't that many days in the week, right? If it was to start at 7 and went down to $1, it'd be every day of the week, and they're closed 2 days a week. So like the thing skips pretty quick. But anyways, one day of the week, the items are $1, which is like, all right, they're $1, whatever. That's how life goes. Things cost $1. But the next day after the dollar day is fill a bag for $10, which is like, ooh, that's interesting, you know. So someone had told me the store was opening or whatever, and I didn't really look into it. And then I talked to someone who actually went, and they're like, yeah, you know, it's kind of like the other one, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, I'm going to go check it out in person, see what it's all about. And I went on dollar day, all right? So everything's $1, right? $1. Cost you $1. Ugh! I'm used to paying 50 cents. So what I told myself was, well, like, just at the 50-cent day thing, I'd buy anything there that looked like it was, like, I'd buy things just to see what the fuck they were, or just random shit. Like, it's 50 cents, man. Like, they ain't buying nothing for 50 cents anymore, so I just buy anything. So I told myself before I went to this dollar day sale, I was like, dude, all right, you're going to the dollar sale. Don't just be buying anything, you know, like, only buy it if it's, like, worth buying. Like, it's like, if you think you could use it, or if it's really nice or whatever, that's what you're getting. I made a pre-plan, right? I was thinking this out. That one's done. Enough. I don't like crispy bacon. Everybody likes different kinds of bacon. This is probably that one's almost more done than I prefer. So I went there, and like they do their little business model a little differently. The other store, it was just like, oh, how do you describe it? It's kind of like they let the inmates run the asylum at the other store. Basically, it was like overwhelmed employees just making announcements about don't let your children hang off the edge of the bin. Yeah. This store, their bins aren't like because like the previous store, the bins, if they were they're the kind of bins that you could fold up. So they collapse. So like you could lean on the bin and like hurt yourself. Like I had a bin collapse on me, and like it happens quick, and it happens when you're not ready for it. It's like, whoa, that's crazy. So they spent most of their time, you know, covering their ass via the liability of getting hurt. That's what they did mostly. Come on, Bacon. Could you just? And then like they would just collect the money at the cash register. There was never really any employees walking around. There was never really any. It was just like a chaos factory, which was fun. Well, this store, they're like, no, we're not having a chaos factory. They're like, buy what you want, but don't open the boxes. If you want to know what's in the box, bring it up to this specially located counter, and one of our employees will open the box on your behalf if you want to inspect or test or you know, your curiosity needs satiated or whatever. And they do it that way. And then, like, I kind of noticed on some of the boxes, how to describe this? Like, some boxes are just mystery boxes. They don't say anything on the outside. Just a box. It's like, whoa, I wonder what's inside. I found one of those. I opened it up, it sucked. Whatever it was garbage. But I did notice some of the boxes that were like that, they would write in ballpoint pen on the outside what the item was. That way it would be known. Is someone in my driveway? My driveway alarm just went off. And then they take the box back up. Well, this accomplishes several things at once. The most important thing it accomplishes is there's not a bunch of random shit falling out of the boxes into the bins, creating unknown, you know, like you open the box, the stuff falls out, and then it's like, yeah, someone's in my driveway. What's happening right now? I feel like I need to check. Oh, what's up, Sam? How's my health? It's pretty good. Arm's still kind of janked up, but, you know, that's to be expected. I'm telling a story about, yeah, something's in my driveway. I wonder if it's one of the employees. Telling a story about this new store that opened up. Anyways, so all the boxes are still sealed, which means like if you had like something with like a charging cable or whatever in it, it's still got the charging cable. So like the items are complete, if you will. Where at the other store where they let people open the boxes up, by the end of the week, it was just a bunch of random shit that had no. I mean, it was just like you'd go on Easter egg hunts. Like you find something cool and you need the cable, and you'd search for a really long time looking for the cable. I guess is one way to describe it. So that was nice. You know, it's nice to have that the stuff all kind of together. All right, what we got here? Something was beeping. Yeah, it's my driveway alarm. I have a sensor on my driveway that chimes when someone's in my driveway. That means there's definitely somebody in my driveway. Just my driveway. I have a blind driveway. I can't see it. Let me try to look out this window here. It's probably the construction workers. Anywho's. Yeah. So that was cool. Went there and like. Basically, what I figured out is I'm going with the theory that with the cost of inflation, I'm going on dollar day because there wasn't a lot of great stuff for $1, and I stayed there for about an hour. And by the end of the hour, the lack of great stuff was so diminished that like there'd have been. I mean, you could go there the next day and for $10 you could fill a bag, but you'd just be filling with $10 worth of trash. I mean, you'd just be hauling a bag of trash out. And whether you fill your bag or not, it's still $10, which is like, they kind of did that with the other store for a while. It was like, everyone was like, they had a deal where like, Friday, 20 items for $10 or something. And it's like, well, I don't want 20 items. I just want to buy this one thing. And they're like, well, it's still $10. And I like watch people, I watch them lose sales over this policy. Because like people are like, oh, I just want to buy this one thing. Like, oh, well, it's going to cost you this much. Like, I ain't paying that for that. I just want one. Like, well, you can get 20 more or 10 more. I can't remember what the deal was. And it's like, you just lost that sale. Like, why would you do that? Like, just, I mean, there's the idea of like, we got to move this shit out. So make people, but there's also the idea of like, just let people buy their stuff. You know what I mean? And that policy ended shortly thereafter of you got to buy so many items to get the deal because they just realized they're just leaving shit in the bins. And then the way the old store went, they'd come with a snow shovel and scoop the shit and put it in a dumpster. They just throw it all away. Or at the new store, I talked to the guy, and one of the guys I was shopping, he's like, no, there's nothing here. It'll be cleaned out. Which makes sense because if you're not opening the box, you're not spilling everything out, it's still completed items, and people still want completed items, like the whole item. You know? And it's a whole different shopping experience when you can just pick an item up that you know is all there and put it in your bin or whatever. And the bags are like these big, they're IKEA bags. Have you ever been to IKEA? It's a Scandinavian-based home store that sells furniture and silverware and shit. They got these big blue bags, and that's what they're using at the store is IKEA bags. Which kind of sucks because I got a hurt arm. I can't carry the bag, so I got to drag the bag around like a unconscious dog on a leash or whatever. But I ended up getting a bunch of cool stuff. One of the things I can't show you is I got a new phone case. It's a mouse phone case, MOUS, and they make some of the nicest phone cases on the planet. The case I got right now retails for $60 on Amazon. I paid $1 for it. It looks kind of like carbon fiber, but it's not carbon fiber. I actually looked into it. It's more of a based on a Kevlar, like a bulletproof vest material. It's got a special word. I can't remember what it is. So it's a Kevlar weave. These are the kind of, like, I think someone said they dropped a phone from outer space or something with these cases, and it landed and it didn't break the phone or whatever. Like, you allegedly throw your case or your phone in the air and let it land on concrete and it doesn't break. Let's see. I've heard about, mouse. So yeah, I got a mouse. I had a mouse case. It's sitting right here, I think. I don't know where I put it. I must have put it away. I had the bamboo one, when I found that, I paid 50 cents for that one. I was like, woo, mouse, hell yeah. And so, okay, so this case I bought, I found the mouse box, and I recognize it. It's a green box, very very distinct. That's their packaging. I found it in the bin, unmarked. It doesn't say what kind of phone it's for, but I could see the size, and I was like, dude, that might fit my phone. So I took that up to the counter. We opened it, and I'm like, holy shit, that's going to fit my phone. Like, what are the chances? Like, I was over the moon. Very excited. Yeah. That was great. Got some Wi-Fi switches. I'm still trying to look around my house and try to figure out where I can put these switches. So it's like a Wi-Fi hooks to your internet. You can like run it from your cell phone or whatever, or you can voice command if you use Alexa. I don't think I'll do that, but like I think you can set timers, which is cool. So like you put the switch in the wall, you go on the app and you can set timers because the switch connects to your Wi-Fi and all this shit. And then you can set timers. So like, I want this light to turn on at whatever o'clock, and then it'll just do it. So yeah, those run for like $50 a switch. I got a single switch, and I got a three-way dimmer switch. So that's kind of cool. I could actually probably put that three-way dimmer switch in my dining room. That'd be kind of neat. Have a fancy ass. You can sit there when I'm having well, I used to say the Queen of England. She's not coming around. When the King of England shows up, I could have him over to dinner, and then I could like pull out my phone and like dim my dining room lights with my phone. That'd be kind of fun. Wouldn't that be great? All right, what the hell set my driveway alarm off? Oh God. Oh, it's deer. I got deer right here. There's a bunch of them. I don't know if you can see that. Look through my dirty window here. Right there's a deer. You see him? See his back leg? He's walking. There's a whole herd of them out there. Oops. So we're going with I'm not being attacked or robbed. I have deer in my yard. I mean, it's apparently they're hanging out right where the sensor is, so that's cool. Let's fire an egg up. Need some toast or something. I wish that deer would go someplace else to hang out. It just keeps beeping. Do you feed it? No, I don't. Well, so I don't place food out, but I have a lot of trees and such that they eat. Does that make sense? Like, I don't go to the grocery store and buy food for the wild animals. I plant plants and the wild animals, and I partake as well in the eating of the fruits. So yeah, on the where's a good place to eat circuit, my house is on the animals list of places to go to get something good to eat. With no doubt about that. Although this year I didn't have any apples. It's kind of weird. I have an apple tree. I didn't grow any apples. Like, no apples grew on my tree. Which is a huge letdown for the animals because, like, that's a huge draw. But the peach tree was, that was happening. So we did have peaches, which is good. Put some pepper on that. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know. The neighbor guy down the road, like, I don't know what he does, like, sells caramel corn or something. I really don't know. But, like, he used to just take all, oops, I did this wrong-handed. He used to take all his extra popcorn that he couldn't sell or whatever, and he would pour it out in his yard. And it was like an alarming amount of popcorn, like like a huge pile. And of course, the animals loved it, but like in my hometown that I live in here, they have a rule that says you are not allowed to feed the deer. Like, you're not supposed to put food out for them because, like, they're not encouraging the deer inside the town. Well, this guy was feeding the deer so goddamn bad, like, it was crazy. Like, you couldn't. It was a deer buffet. It wasn't me. I didn't call on him or do anything, but like he stopped doing that, and now he's got a dumpster. I think it was like because like it was a commercial venture. He was trying to make money at it. It was a job, and I don't think you're allowed to dispose of your commercial spoilings by laying them in your yard to let the wildlife eat. And like somehow someone found out about that, and yeah, so now the dude has to pay for a dumpster. So he has a private because you're not allowed to throw your trash in the trash if it's a commercial, Residential trash is for your household. You're not supposed to run a business and put your trash in your garbage can that goes out Monday night or whatever, or Tuesday night or whatever night your garbage goes out. There, get some toast going here. So that poor guy, I don't feel bad for him, has to have his own private dumpster. And it's a giant, like, full roll-off dump. It's just like, oh, that's a lot of popcorn. Ooh, I don't think I filmed that toast going in. Whatever. This egg has gotten partially out of control. Let's rein it back in. Try to go under the camera here. The one downfall of doing the egg and the bacon this way is I got some pretty heavy bacon residue on the bottom of the ye old pan here, making it not exactly what I would call non-stick. It's more like a layer of bacon tar. But as a professional egg eater, I've gotten to the point where I'm pretty good at the old cooking egg food. All right, we're not going to use holiday plates. We're going to use one of the blue plates. Check that out. Fuji Stone Barbados 2077. If you can find any of these, let me know. I would buy them. There are none available on the planet Earth. Trust me, I've looked. All there's available is, I think there's a couple coffee cups and like a creamer. That's all that's available. And I've got a full set of coffee cups, which I don't use of that style. You got to go, well, thanks for stopping in. It's always fun. Have a good one. All right, this egg's coming along. Dog is getting excited, I can tell by the way she's looking at me. I want to eat a piece of that bacon real bad, but I'm waiting. I'm saving it. Oh, I didn't have any orange juice yet. Let's have some orange juice. That sounds like fun. Ooh, we'll save a little bit. Since we're in a how do you say it? We're not in a recession, I know that. They told me that. But we're in a slowdown in the growth of the gross national product for so many quarters. Like, oh yeah, let's reduce our orange juice intake a little tiny bit. Oh, that's moving. All right, got him loose. Let's get one of these going. Ooh, you know what I just realized? I've got cheese. Damn it. We're going to put cheese on these. We're going to put cheese on that. You know why? Because cheese on that sounds good. Yeah, we're getting down on cheese too, kids. We don't have unlimited cheese. I guess that's just the way the cheese curd crumbles. Let's turn this off. I can't believe it. I may only be having 2 eggs today, which for me is like quite unusual. I usually have way more than 2 eggs, but sometimes in life you only get 2 eggs because you might want 2 eggs tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how that works out calorically, but you know. Okay. Let's give this yolk college try. Hopefully that yolk is still a little runny. Oh no. Oh! My God! I didn't put the bacon on it. Oh, I'm slipping, kids. Well, first bite is right there. Oh my God. Is that even possible what I just did there? That I cooked all that bacon and then didn't even put it on my sandwich? Oh God, it's not looking good for me. All right. Time to recover. Let's recover from that disaster. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. Let's give the beast a little bit. She's been looking at me with, well, she's just got that look in her eye. Beastus? Mmm. That was just what the dog was looking for. So anywho's, I'm pretty excited for that store to be open. I got some other cool stuff. Got a memory card, which is kind of cool because it's exactly what I was looking for a project I want to do. Although, this project I want to do, my brother was helping me figure it out, and so I sent him a text message like, dude, look what I found. It's like the universe was speaking to me. And his response was, nice. Hopefully it's not fake. I'm like, what? Because it wasn't just a memory card laying loose. It was in a package. Although the package had been opened. So I looked into it. Is it a fake memory card? How's that work? And after my exhaustive research, I've determined the chances of that card being fake are so close to 100% that I'm pretty sure it's fake. But, you know, I stuck it in my computer and it read as a memory card. So, whatever, fake, real. I have no idea how it works anymore. I mean, do you complain when you paid $1 for a fake memory card? I mean, I'm not sure what to think about it anymore. I mean, I'm sure a real memory card is better than a fake memory card, but is a fake memory card better than no memory card? I didn't get that deep into the internet to figure that one out. I mean, we could go with anything's possible, right? But whatever. So yeah, today, I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I'm going to try to film some of that road construction in front of my house. That's going to be one of my priorities. I cleaned out the garage yesterday. Here's the leaf blower on it. That hadn't been done in a while. I got a lot of stuff I need to do, but I can't do. I'm not sure what to do about it either. Like, this morning was the first day where the air temperature was like, ooh, getting cold. And I don't think I cleaned my chimney out after last winter. So I need to clean my chimney, but I'm not sure if I can do that. It's got me a little concerned because I heat with my chimney. Supplement. A couple years ago, I did do the whole winter with just the chimney, and I got news for you. That is a shit way to be living. Oh my God, that was terrible. That was not cool. Sorry, that was cool, temperature-wise. That was not cool fun-wise. But, whatever. Put it on the list of things to do. We'll give dog one more bite. She deserved it. She's a good girl. Little bacon, egg, yum yums. Here. Good girl. Oh, I can hear the beeping out front. Beep, beep. All right. Well, I think this stream is coming to an end, kids. Let's whoa. Okay. Hey, you look at my cabinets? That's kind of weird. Look at my cabinets. That choke on pepper. All right. I'm afraid I'm going bald. I realized that the other day. It's not cool. It's a new phenomenon in my life. Never experienced that before. Anyways, thanks for watching. It's been fun. Here, we'll go to the side. I have a little more hair if I turn this way. Thanks for watching. Oh, it happens to the best of us, kids. Bye.